Two, three.
Hey everybody, we are back, and this is the Drew and Me podcast show. I'm the me, your other host, Japheth Mitchell. So today we are going to be diving a little bit into the anime before we do a little scene. So sorry about last week missing y'all, but we're back this week. Hope everybody has a good time. Thank you for coming and listening to us. Okay, so Drew, I know you was talking a little bit about anime you've been watching recently. So you want to start the conversation with that?
Yeah. So I like about a year ago, I saw part of the movie. There was a movie called Haikyuu, which is an anime, and I think they made the movie after the show. I think it was the
Yeah,
show
pretty sure.
first.
Yeah.
Um, and I saw a little bit of it, and I really liked it. I thought it was really great. It's about volleyball. It's about volleyball teams, and they have a lot of stuff about like they show like the whole process of like playing volleyball, and I'm not sure if they're in high school or college, but it's like volleyball and I think volleyball competitions and like matches, and I really like how they show the relationship between players and coaches. I think
Yeah.
it's really compelling. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. So for those of y'all who don't know, like Drew said, Haiku was a anime and it really like you can find it on free sites if you watch anime on free sites and you know what I'm talking about. But it actually came out on Netflix. So it was one of those animes that you would not even think would be that great. It's like because Netflix at first did not have a lot of great animes. Sorry, Netflix, you didn't, but y'all improved it 100%. But we won't talk about that right now. Haiku was two people that just got out of middle school and they end up being on a team. But the first time they meet each other, they immediately get into it. And the thing is, the main character is well, they're kind of like co-main characters in their team of the show. The guy's so short. So everybody's like looking at him like he's short, like he's never gonna be able to do nothing. What are you doing? And apparently this dude, he can just jump really high and he's really fast. So with volleyball, I don't know who knows much about it, but whenever I was growing up, I never really thought that there was that much that went into it. All I wanted to do was spike the ball, jump real high, get it over to people, but I didn't know any of the rules. So this anime uh, adaptation of the sport, it really shows you the different positions that you can play in volleyball, and it shows you the importance of every character and what they do to help the team win. So yeah, that was like one of my favorite and first sport animes that I did watch. So yeah, I thought that was amazing as well. I've seen like every season. Um, and you mentioned the movies, and the movies were good. The thing about it is like they would always like stop like certain like at the end of a season, then the movie would show you like maybe like a recap or a match that everybody wanted to see, and then that's how like the movies was starting. But those were really good. If you haven't watched Haiku, I would actually like challenge you to actually just go ahead and watch it if you like sports because it's actually pretty good. There's another one to me that's kind of like that, and it's called Kuroko's Basketball. And the team it centers around a team of they call them the Miracles, like the best players of Japan. But you know, on basketball, there's a five-person team. They had a six man, and he was not as good as all the other people, but what he could do was pass the ball. So he passes the ball in crazy ways you've never seen before. So it's kind of like that where there's two main characters and they're friends, but they always like get into it with each other, but they make their team great. So that was another one. And then we just talking about sport anime right now. So there's another one. So we got Haiku, we got Kuroko's basketball, and there is a newer anime, and it was blue. think of the name right now. It's based on soccer though. So we got basketball, we got volleyball, and then now we got soccer. So this anime is based on. I'm gonna have to find it. It's gonna kill me because normally I could just pull it up. The anime was based on soccer, and it's actually great. Just like those, like there's some anime that you have with the sports that just aren't that good. Blue Lock. So sorry about that. I could not stop until I figured it out. So the anime was called Blue Lock. It has 2 seasons. They're amazing, and I feel like everybody like if you actually want to watch sport animes, there are some good ones that you can find. I haven't found like a really good football one yet, but I did see a rugby one that was also pretty decent. But soccer, yeah, they have a lot of them with soccer, volleyball. They try to do the haiku again, but after you do it so great, I feel like you can only do it so many times. You're just gonna have one great one. But there's a bunch of different anime. It depends on it's like movies and shows. Like if you have like a genre that you like, I'm pretty sure that there might be an anime for you to go ahead and watch. Some other great ones. I know you said something about watching Reincarnated as a Slime, which is one of the
Yeah.
great. And there's one called Overlord. It's pretty great. I mean, I could talk about anime all day. So yeah, we just have like a bunch of different ones. I would rather be asked like, uh, is there a certain anime that does this, and this, and I could probably just if I didn't know it, I'd look it up, and I'm pretty sure that they would have one.
Mm, that's a good point. Like from like IQ, you're right when you said they really captured like how to play volleyball and really playing volleyball because it seems like it could almost be real. Like
Hmm.
it
It
seems
gives you that
very
intenseness of the sport. Like whenever you're watching a sport and you're wanting the team to win, that if you're watching it, like it gives you that intense. You don't know who's gonna win, but you're like, oh man, because like in sports they lose sometimes, but every time you're like hooked on them on the match. So I kind of like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point because like like I remember in the 90s especially a lot of emphasis was put on like winning the big game and like
Yeah.
winning was a big deal, but Haikyuu's fun to watch because like you enjoy watching the process of the game and all the different
Mhm.
sections that go into it. And I feel
The
like it,
training arc.
yeah, yeah, like I feel like it really goes into the ins and outs of volleyball like pretty well. I haven't watched a ton of it, so I'm probably gonna have to watch more to
Oh
really
man, you
understand
are
it.
going to absolutely get hooked if you watch more of it because like you start understanding every player's part. So it's like I didn't even think whenever I used to play volleyball, like everybody would get mad when they had to be the sitter because that's the one that you don't hit the ball first, and all you're doing is passing it to somebody else to get it over. And after you watch that anime, you're like, oh, that position is actually good because you control the whole game. You can pass the ball over here, and then now somebody like you're faking out the guards on the other side. And that really made me like next time I play volleyball, I'm gonna be like, whenever I get to that center spot, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm ready for this. Like I don't watch haiku, I know what's going on. And then like the different ways to do it. which was kind of confusing to me, if I can be honest. Whenever I was younger, like I didn't understand, like, okay, whenever it goes over the thing, like the person that hits it first can't hit it again. Like you have to hit that ball up one time. If it goes over the goal, I think most of the time they don't want it to go over that first time. I think some people can do stuff like I don't know if you get a point for that all the time, but you might. It's been a minute since I watched the anime, so.
Like when the ball goes over the net.
Hmm. Just hitting it back, I don't think you can do that all the time, but sometimes you can. Like I know that they did this move called the setter dump, which was whenever the setter, which was the person that passed it to the guy that was going to spike it, instead of spiking it, he goes up in the air and everybody's looking to where he's going to pass it, and he just pop, drops it on the ground, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he just did a setter dump." And another thing that was awesome with Aikawa, one of the characters off the anime, was the serves. Like whenever you're passing the ball to the other team from your side of the court, the serves was amazing because there was something called a service ace, which I never knew. Which was whenever you serve the ball and you make a point because they can't get it back over because you passed it to a certain dude or you hit it so fast that nobody could touch it. And that was also pretty dope. Like I learned like a setter could be amazing, basically. And then, oh yeah,
Mm.
since you said you haven't watched a lot of it, there's certain times in the anime where they go to camps, so they get to meet other players that are great, and then they learn new techniques and stuff like that. I'm so excited for you to see that. I think you'll like it. I think you really will.
Mm. Uh, yeah, like I've honestly always really enjoyed volleyball. I used to play a little bit at like summer camp or like me and my family used to go on vacations to like the beach and there'd be like a volleyball net or something and so we'd get the opportunity to play, which was really fun.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, like I said, like whenever I was in school, stuff like I used to love to play. I just didn't really know the rules. So I was the one like I was just trying to spike it every time the ball went up in the air. And the coach would be like, "Hey, no, 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 that don't count. You can't do that. You ain't get it." And I'm like, "Wow, that was so great!" I just ran up and just ah. There was a lot of people couldn't jump as high as me, so like I was short, but I was in the air, man. I was over there trying to fight for it and stuff. I think volleyball is actually way better after watching haiku than I even realized. I probably would never even know how good it was if I never watched the anime.
Mm. Um, um, yeah. Yeah, it's a great show for sure. I highly recommend it. Japheth, you said that people can watch it on Netflix.
They could. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix, but in the comments, if y'all want a website to watch it off of, just let me know.
Oh, um, the app I'm watching it from is the streaming service Crunchyroll.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
so yeah, I'm watching it on there, and that's pretty cool. And they have so much anime. Like, there's a lot of
They
anime
really do.
on it.
There's a lot of anime since like because anime wasn't as big as it is now. Whenever like Crunchyroll and Netflix first really came out, so there's anime that's only made from Crunchyroll. Like Crunchyroll buys an anime and then they keep it going because maybe they're like, okay, we can make some money off of this. So a lot of
Mm,
times, like if you watch anime, it'll say Crunchyroll in the beginning of it because they like bought it out and they own it basically,
mm.
the rights to it.
Yeah, there used to be a studio in Texas called Funimation that used to
Mm.
produce a lot of anime.
Funimation?
Um, yeah, but it was Funimation. It might still be around. I'm not sure. I
I'm
think
pretty sure it
it's
is. I think so. I don't know if it they keep it in Texas or not, but it's like whenever you watch anime, they give like in the beginning it'll say Funimation or Crunchyroll. Just like whenever you're watching a Disney movie, it says uh Walt Disney or whatever. Like it whenever it says that, like they show love to them people that do it. So I'm pretty sure because I still see anime to this day, but I rewatch a lot of anime too. So I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Funimation is still like yeah. I don't know how they could stop it. It's too big now. Like
ha
it's too big now.
ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah, and I feel like you and me as two actors, I feel like um from what students in our classes have said, it's important to self-tape and to be able to do recordings from home because it used to be voice actors had to go into the studio to do recordings, but now a
Yeah.
lot of people have studios at home, they have recording equipment, they have a
Uh-huh.
mic, they have
Everything
things
that they
that
need at
can,
their house so they can actually still do it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm still kind of working on that myself. I
Me too. Me too.
do have a mic and it's great, and I'm gonna try to hook it up and connect it.
Yeah.
So
My
I'm
mic's normally been for music, but don't get me wrong. If I get a voiceover, I would definitely do it. You know, Luke Skywalker, that guy, that actor,
yes,
uh,
yes.
he does a bunch of voice acting. There was like a long time where he was like, I don't even think I want to do real acting anymore. I was watching like a roundtable conference with him, Michael B. Jordan, The Rock, a bunch of other a bunch of other actors and everything. And there was just the guy from Shameless because I'm currently rewatching Shameless because I do this thing where I go from anime to real life stuff or like my my fantasy stuff too. Like I feel like it's different, like stuff that actually I just changed because every month they make new anime. So I'm a binge watcher. Whenever I watch something, I like to totally invest in it. Whenever I read a book, I just don't stop. And after the basically 12 weeks for the episodes, I watch like real TV, which is also helping with the acting and me learning and taking away. And I'm watching movies and stuff like that. And then after the 12 weeks is over, I just go back and watch the last season of anime and catch up. And that's what I normally do because I hate watching and then getting invested in something so good, and then I gotta wait a week to rewatch it. Like, and then I'll end up forgetting. Like, you give me 7 days with as much stuff as me and you do, like I might not even know where I left off at. And then especially if I'm reading subtitles. So what I do is I just like watch. I switch from anime to like real life shows and go through, and I'll just binge watch episodes for about 12 weeks at a time, and then I'll get back to my anime and I'll catch up, and then I'll go back.
Um yeah, yeah. Like I feel like with anime, like in college, I had friends that watched Naruto,
Yeah,
and when they were doing Naruto, like sometimes they would watch like a bunch of episodes at a time, but
and then stop for a while.
um yeah, they said one of the great things about Naruto was it told a really good narrative and a good story, and you got like invested in the characters and you could follow them, and like the
Mhm.
majority of the episodes like moved and contributed to the story.
Yeah, Naruto was different. That was like so there was this thing back in the '90s for those of y'all who don't know. It was called Toonami. It was actually Cartoon Network, and then on Saturday mornings, and then at night, what Cartoon Network would do was turn on Toonami, which is how you could watch a bunch of different anime and stuff like that. So I remember watching like Naruto whenever it first came out over here, because like a lot of times there will be shows that go in whatever country they are, and they just keep on doing it, and just America hasn't caught on yet or dubbed it. So it's like what we were watching every week was like the old episode. But I remember like quitting watching Naruto, and then I got to catch up on like 200 episodes, which was amazing. Skipping past all the fillers, and with Naruto is like it's not like One Piece at all in that aspect because One Piece is definitely still going and longer. But to be able to take a break from like one of your favorites and then go back and then watch like 100 or so episodes, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, okay, all this happened, and then let me take a break. Wait for the dubs is what like a lot of people do. But like if you're really about it, you'll watch the language. If you're really about it, sometimes people learn Japanese just to watch anime, which is amazing. I just don't have the time to do that, but I will. And I just wait for like the dub to be unless I really get hooked. And if you hook me within like 2 to 5 seconds on the first episode, like I might just watch like the whole season of something without waiting for it to be finished. But I rarely do that. It's got to be good for me to do that.
Um,
Because everybody has their own taste and preference of anime. So we was talking about sports, like some people like I don't get how they do it, but they'll only watch the sport ones, or you'll only watch the stuff about vampires, or you'll only watch Isekai, or you'll only watch Shonen, or that you just don't like the other ones. I watch all of them. It's just I don't like all of them, but I'll give a lot of them a chance.
mm, yeah, I got you. Um,
It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it, man. It's like real TV, but it's not. It's not. It's like real because you can watch seasons and stuff like that of whatever you want to do, but it's not because it's not based on reality a lot of times. There's magic and stuff like that. But if you get past that, you're just watching. You can still get invested into these characters. You can get invested into a show, which is why they make it. It's just like books. It's just like movies. It's just like shows. So when people be like, "Oh, you watch anime, it's just like a cartoon." For one, it's not a cartoon. Don't say that. And for two, it's just like everybody has their own preference. Like if you actually watched it, you might find something that you never thought that you would find, and you'll end up liking it. You don't have to like every anime ever made to enjoy something that you would actually like yourself. I'm pretty sure, just like music, I always say there's like um two things. Like one song from every genre, I feel like a person can get onto. Like some people like, I don't like country or I don't like rap. I'm pretty sure there's one rap song or one country song that you can listen to and like it. It's just like anime. And I'm pretty sure there's one out for you. You just don't really care about it enough to actually try, but you might find it one day, and I hope you do.
yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like with watching anime, just like start with a genre you like, just like what you're talking about, J-Path. There's sports animes, there's action, there's slice of life, there's like family living, there's
Mhm.
spy animes like Spy Family and stuff like that.
Yep.
So there's like all types of animes out there. Like there are so many and there's so many different genres and there's so many different kinds of it that you can just like start with like a genre or a type of anime that you really like and then from there you can continue.
Yeah. Yeah. And they like a lot of kids actually make watch anime, but a lot of anime is made for adults. It's made for like the inner child, if you will. of people. So it's like don't just count it off because you think like I still watch cartoons as well, not just anime. Like I'll sit down with my nieces and I'll watch cartoons and stuff like that. I don't feel like it's bad like an adult, but you can't lose your inner child, man. Come on. This is what helps keep it alive. This is what helps keep it alive. You're gonna be 80 one day. You're not gonna be able to get out of bed because you don't watch anime. That's a fact. Let me stop.
Man. Cool. So in this episode, we've talked a lot about anime. So we highly recommend that if you guys haven't watched an anime at some point, if you want to, check it out.
Yeah. Or this is another thing I say. If you absolutely refuse to watch it while you're going to sleep. Just put something on while you're going to sleep. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna wake up and see something like maybe 5, 6 episodes in and have to be like, oh snap, I gotta rewatch this whole thing because now like I'm invested. That happens to me a lot. Like I'll fall asleep on a certain type of anime or something like that. And I'm like, ah, it's just dragging on. Like what's going on? Like I don't even know the story. I don't even know what's going on. And then I wake up and I'm seeing like fire and brimstone being thrown everywhere and people are flying and everything. And I'm like, what? Like this is happening right now. Let me go back and rewatch it. It's just like shows. Some shows start slow. Some anime start slow. Some movies start slow. But after they start, it's like boom. Like you're invested now. So yeah,
Um,
that was our little anime talk, people. If y'all would like to see more of the anime talk or like maybe a favorites anime, or if y'all give us like a genre, we can maybe watch some anime we've never seen and then talk with y'all about the genre. So just let us know, okay?
yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. We are running out of time because I haven't upgraded to premium again. So be
Okay.
because I am going to do that. So we'll have more time for the next episode. But we're going to read a little bit of a script that I'm working on called President Party, and we're going to pick it up from scene two. I'm just going to pull it up. Do you have it up on your end
Yep.
of Japheth?
Set and ready to lock.
Okay, so we'll pick it up from scene two, and we're gonna go back and forth. We'll pick it up from Herbert Hoover comes out from a behind a mailbox inside the bedroom. A Mercedes Benz.
Benz?
A Mercedes Benz. The Bears. The Bears.
Where's William Henry Harrison?
He's not here, and I became president.
Wait, who's president right now?
Me.
Again, who?
Yeah. Ugh. You didn't inherit the financial strife that I got. Um, um, okay. Can you turn on the microphone or the audio on your end. Okay. Let's see. So
Hear me now?
we can probably just wrap up then. Um, and we can pick up this scenes next week. Cool. In this episode we talked about anime and we read a little bit of Present Party. This has been Japheth and Drew on the Drew and Me podcast. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everybody. Sorry about that.